Okay, I'm going to try and explain this. I missed doing this in my last video, where I mentioned what is the value of 6 and 4, east and west. And I made a design in my last video, which I'm going to just turn back the page or turn forward the page. Hopefully I can pick up where I left off, and it looks like it's not going to happen. I'm going to have to look. You're going to have to look in that last video and ask yourself that question. Here it is. I found it. Okay. Okay, it's right over here. I counted down these numbers starting in the middle of the void. The reality is, for myself, if I better understand this, okay, what would this be? AC? What would this be? Would this be 4 and 6, or is this 4 and 6? This is the passage between the stands, the spade up stand and the club down. Spade and club are the only thing that have stands. Then in between them, we grow the hearts. Here is one heart. And now we draw the second heart. But I forgot to draw, if you want, let's draw the spade. And then we're going to, I like to just get down there. So we'll be able to hold them. Now I'm going to just draw the second heart. Hold on a second. And now I put the two hearts together, and you get 88. And in between, you get the diamond or the duck face. They want to talk to each other, they can talk to each other. They can talk to each other. This would be their nose and their beak. This would be their 88. Spade. See, every card is actually a spade. The only one that's not is the diamond, and it's what shows up in between. 4 and 6 go here and here. 1, 5, and 9 goes from here to here to here, from the left side to the center to the right side, showing you 3 levels. And each level, since there's to the center and here, that means there's 2 more. Since there's 2 up and 2 down, there's 2 over. 1 and 2, 1 in the center, 1 and 1 on the outside, then 1 on the left, and then the center, and then the right, which splices this together, because the reality is here. See, I don't have this heart. I don't have that heart. The heart I actually have is actually like this. And the other heart I actually have is actually like this. That's the way it has to be over here. See the way it builds up only on one side? You get this side, and then you get this side. Then you put these two together. This is the way it would look. But the way we see it, and then we have bringing it all together. The other way we can also do this, is like this. Is the star system between the 4 circles. They all become circles, right? So instead of doing it this way, okay, do you see what I'm doing? What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to just do this, and I'm going to just do this, and I've got my 2 spades connected with the 1 diamond over here between the 2. And then I have over here is what they show as this side. You see the way they do it this way? And then this part of the star goes over this way, and this one actually goes like this. And it becomes the fleur-de-lis. But instead of the fleur-de-lis, they show you the fan. But it's supposed to be the fleur-de-lis here, and the fleur-de-lis here, and the stand. And that would be the jack, and that would be your Taurus. This would be your eye. You see the way it opens up the eye and looks all the way that way. Although the 8 bubbles in here, there's 2 eyes, right? But this one is looking all the way that way. Don't forget, one eye comes from memory. One eye sees, one eye brings it into memory. You have to have 2 different eyes. This is the beak. You can see the way it's opening up towards into the other dimension. You see the way it opens up like a light inside this area over here. At the same time, this over here is actually drawn like this. This here is drawn like this. Take this one here, and then you draw it again. You take it like this. You see the way we did that here? Now we're going to take it one more over here. We're going to take it like this. We take it like this, and we take it like this. This is where the swastika came in, because they take it like this. Is that what I was going to do? Hold on. I was going to take it like this. And I screwed up. Anyways, this ends up to be the goat. At the same time, it becomes the Magen David again. So anyways, we talked about this over here. I'm sorry, I got off the record. I want to just bring this up. This is what I want to talk about, where the number cycle comes from, and that what we do over here. The same thing happens over here, in between, because there's going to be an in between. Okay, there's going to be, let me show you that in between. It's going to be that in between train track. The reason for Monopoly having all those numbers, where there's only 3 here and 3 here, we need to put the middle 3 over here. 369, 369, 369, 369. If we do it that way, we'll end up with 3, 6, 9, 4 by 3 is 12. 12 area. Anyways, we're not going to talk about it because the Monopoly board has 169 areas, so let's not get into that. Let's get back to this. East and West, 6 and 4. This is what happens. 7 times 6 equals 42. 4 plus 2 equals 6. 7 plus 6 equals 13. 13 plus 42 is 55. 1 and 3 is 4. 5 and 5. 6 and 4. The next two numbers is 7 by 3 is 21. That is the cube. When you add up 1 to 6, it equals to 21. This equals 10. This equals 10. This equals 10. 5 times 6 equals 30. That is creation. It equals to 36, and 36 equals to the roulette board. Okay, there's 4 of them. 144 to do with the number of hours in 6 days, and 10 times the number of minutes in a day. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 combination. Everything connects to the center here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10 times 5, 50. This must become 16. All zeros equal 6 because we must have separation. Equaling 16 times 5 equals to 80. 80 becomes 86. The difference is 30 creation, which makes 36 again. Creation of 666. 43 is the DC of the bad cat, the energy. 56 and 86. 6 and 6 is 12. 8 and 5 is 13 and 12, Queen, King. 12 and 13, the 12 card is the L, and the 13 is the M, L and M. LMNOP, Monopoly. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. Now we can do 5 times 6, 4 by 5. This is Aleph. What is Aleph? I'm going to try to show you all the way down over here. What is Aleph? Aleph 5 and 6, okay, now needs 1 and 2. To create 7 and 7. But if I use the same terminology, 5 and 6, to create 7 and 7, now I'm going to use the bottom 2 numbers on this side. This becomes 1 and 2 here. This becomes 9 and 2 here. This becomes 1 and 8 here. So in order to do this, and this, I must be able to do this and this. Whatever the result is will be a function of these two. Since this one functions, okay, the sun, this 1 plus 1 functions the moon. Plus 8 functions the spirit in the moon, which is the passing vibration. Plus 9, of whom the vibration goes to, in 2 worlds plus 2, 13 AC energy is how it gets there. So I have to keep playing around with this. H and I comes together. 17 equals 8 to heaven. 3, they are both the red ball. Whatever red stands for, this is 3 and 11. Why is it 3 and 11? It is 3 and 11, 11 down here, and 3 up here, because that is the red ball in pool. 1 and 2 is 3, 5 and 6 is 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 3 is BC. 2 and 3 making BC. 2 is now the blue ball with the 10 ball, giving the energy of light. 10 equals 16 plus 2. 2 and 16 equals to 18, 1 and 8. So you see how the numbers moved over. 1 and 8 is the 1 center to the 8 that surrounds it. 8 revolve around 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, 10 revolve around 1. But either we're using the outside or the inside, and we're using both. Take away one of these numbers. We can take away this number, the rest exists. But you can't take away this number, none of this would exist. So if you can take away this number and this doesn't exist, then this number comes with 9. Boom, no good. Comes with 55, no good. Anyways, let me go down the scale. 6 and 4 equals 1024 memory. 1024 equals 34 equals memory of DC, which surrounds the moon. Number 14 surrounds the moon. Number 14 surrounds the moon. Why does 14? 1 and 4, 14 surrounds the moon, because 1 and 4 equals to 5, and the empty space here, 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 and here gives me the diameter of 37, 46, which is the moon. I keep crisscrossing these to understand. Here's my 3 and 8 again. 3 missing 8 is 11. Again, 3, 8 is the church, and this one connects to Nibiru. Instead of going with 11, okay, with the spirit in Nibiru, I now go 3 and 8, the church, because the difference of 3 and 8 is the black ball. So that's the black cat. That is the difference of 3 and 8, which makes the 11 ball. 3 and 11 are both red. One is high, one is below, showing how they're connected. When I go to number 19, what happens is 10, 1 times 9, 1 plus 9 is 10 and 9. 69 and 16 is 85. This resembles everything to do with spirit. It also has to do with the speed and inside the matrix. What's great about matrix is the first letter, is the matrix, silver matrix Mercedes. What I like about MER, REM, is that 1 and 3 are the 13 ball, or the 1 and 3 ball, the red and the yellow, create the orange ball 5. 13 and 5 equals to 18, and the next letter in MER is M, and M and E is me, is R is the angel resident. This is almost like talking about Einstein, Neptune, 1776. These three connect to it. And the greatest thing is the moon moves the ocean. And mer in French is ocean. Céder is to throw the dice and make a choice. But it's said in French, ER is resident angel, or electronic resident angel. 28 is the cycle of the moon. It also becomes 10 and 16, which is within the light. 5 and 8, 5 and 8, life within the light. This becomes 26. This is Venus, Saturn. At the same time, this is 16, becomes 16, and 16 equals the light of day. 32, which is the doorway. The passage of the light is in the cycle 28. Again, back into the moon and to the cycle of Taurus, the female. 16 and 10 is 26, and 6 is 32, equaling to the doorway. 32 plus the number over here. 0 equals 60 equals 92. The gateway to the birth, 9. 92, yellow. The birth to the soul, 92, 29. When yellow comes in, so does black. They retain the same numbers, 18 and 11, 22, 36. We brought it over here. The cube is number 37, also reflected inside the moon. 3757 of the moon is when Jesus came, and now this is the same number, and Nibiru comes. I think we showed the whole thing, and like I said, the whole question is where is 4 and 6? Now, if I had to remove numbers from here and numbers from here, let's say the value of this numbers, maybe this was a value of 20, and this was a value of 20. What's the value in the Magen David? Well, inside this one wall, the value is 9, but inside of 9, okay, each cube is valued at 81. 81 times 4. What are these on the ends? They are X's. They are the gateways of the cube. You add this onto the cube. You add this onto the cube. The door opens up this way, showing this. The door opens down this way. In the hatch and out of the hatch, right? The two gateways. 10, 20, 25, 30. Creation. Then inside the cube, the value of the total cube is 9 times 9 is 81 times 4 sides. 81 times 4 is 324, is 18 times 18. And then 2 sides of 81 is 162. And that is the light within Venus. 162 and 324 is 486. And that's a division. 486, 25, 920 divided by 486 equals to 53. I don't like that answer. I'm going to do it again. Or maybe I should have minus the 162. 324 minus 162 equals to 162. So it's 2 times and 1 times. It's 2 times and 1 time. It's 2 times and 1 time. That's the cycle. And then 1 time for the continuous cycle, 4 years. So it's 324, 162, and 162 equals to 648. That has to be the whole number. 25,920 divided by 648 equals to 40. The magic number is 40 times. Now, what is this? This is the Mayan count for numbers. At the same time, we have to get it 6 more times. Now we have to multiply by 648 equals 25,920. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to divide it by 46. You remember 46 east and west we talked about? Well, that's how it ends up. I don't like the number, even though it finished with 365 days of Christ, of the cycle of man, with the Queen's cap 62, 28 the cycle, 78 is the gate. 47 is again the cycle. 47 is again, the number 7 is the gateways, the four corners of the gateway, creation of DC, creation of 6, and Aleph, 5-6. It's all about 5-6. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.